Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. We'll be continuing with the same chapter which we stopped in the last lecture, that is lesson number 4. And this is the last part of this lesson, economic development. Okay? And today we are going to learn about the new economic policy. Now, the year 1991 is very important in the history of modern India. After the 10th general election, P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister of India, with Dr. Manmohan Singh as Finance Minister. He adopted the new economic policy of linking India's economy with the global economy. For this, fundamental changes were brought about in the Indian economy. Indian economy was brought in tune with the global mainstream. Now, as P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister, and with him Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Finance Minister, they both came together and decided to adopt a new economic policy for India. And in this policy, they were going to link up with the global economy. Global economy means with all the other countries, they were going to link up with their economy as well. Now, during this period, Indian economy was in crisis situation. Before the P.V. Narasimha Rao government took charge, Chandrasekhar was the Prime Minister. During his tenure of the rate of inflation was 17%. Now see children, when before P.V. Narasimha Rao, the Prime Minister was Chandrasekhar, and during that time there was a crisis situation in India. That means the situation of the economy was very bad, and that is why inflation. What do you mean by inflation, children? The growing rates of everything, and the what you call, which we say mehengai and all. The condition of the country became very bad, and the inflation rate was 17%. Now, economic growth rate had gone down by 1.1%. India had foreign exchange reserves only enough to last for imports for a week. Now just imagine, India could import only for 1 week, that much only foreign exchange we had. It had become difficult to pay back its loan and even give the interest on it. In May 1991, the government had tried to control the situation by selling some of its gold reserve and by mortgaging some. Now see, what they had to do is, as they had to pay, they did not have money, so they had to mortgage the loan. Mortgage means to keep it for some time, for a period, so that we get money on it, just like gold loan. So same way here they did the same thing. And before Chandrasekhar government, the VP Singh government had incurred a liability of over 10,000 crore rupees on the economy by waiving of the loans of the farmer. Now see, before that, when VP Singh was in the government, the 10,000 crores rupees were spent for waiving of the loans of the farmer. That means, see, so many times the government gives benefits to the farmer, they waive off the loans so that they can survive, because sometimes the condition of farmers we can see every now and then, we keep on listening it in the news. So to avoid that situation, they waived off the loans of the farmers, but this again was a condition when they had to suffer because the funds were very less. The proportion of internal loans of central and state government together to the gross domestic product was 55%. In 1980 to 1981, foreign loan was 23,350 crore dollars. See, the loan amount was so high. And now see children, the proportion of internal loans of central and state government together to the gross domestic product was 55%. See, now what is GDP? The gross domestic product, the value of everything a country produces in a specific period. So that also was 55% only. And on top of it, the loan amount was about 2,350 crores, and later on it increased to 8,380 crore dollars in 1990 to 1991. At this time, India had foreign exchange reserves of only 100 crore dollars. This also had the background of the increased oil prices due to invasion of Kuwait by Iraq. Now see, oil prices also went high because of the disputes going on between Kuwait and Iran had invaded it. It became difficult for India to raise a loan. Even the non-resident Indian, that is a NRI, started withdrawing their deposits from the foreign currencies from India. See, such was the condition because the country was totally in loss. So, children, this shows how badly the country was in crisis. Now, the people in power, P.V. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh, were finding out way to come out of this particular situation, out of this crisis situation. P.V. Narasimha Rao appointed Dr. Manmohan Singh as finance minister in order to find a way out of this situation. Dr. Singh undertook many corrective measures. The situation began to change. Now see, Dr. Manmohan Singh started doing his using his corrective measures to come out of this particular situation. Now see what all things he did. He removed the restrictions on foreign investments. He restricted the license system to 18 industries. In view of the increasing loss in the public sector industry, he opened up the public sector for investment by private industries. In order to bring the share market under control, he established the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, in 1992. Now see, he started using his intelligence and he saw that until and unless we improve our the global economy, that means the relation with the foreign countries, we will not be able to survive. So that is why he started taking measures, as he removed all the restrictions from the foreign investments. Then he restricted license system to 18 industries. Then he also opened the public sector for investments by private industries. Now the private industrialists could invest in the public sector. And then the SEBI, that is the Exchange Board of India, Securities and Exchange Board, was opened or established in the year 1992, so that there will be improvement in the exchange, the stock boards. Then National Stock Exchange was computerized. He gave priority to remove the spectre of recession. Spectre of recession means, children, the fear of recession, again country going in the same situation, the crisis situation, that had to be removed from the minds of the people, and so he was trying for it. Now the situation started changing, children. Now after making so much of efforts, Dr. Manmohan Singh started achieving his goals. Now foreign investment in India grew during the first tenure of Dr. Manmohan Singh as finance minister. India could recover the gold mortgaged with the Bank of England. Now whatever gold loan was taken in that previous period when there was crisis, now everything was recovered. The government got the support of the capitalist class as well as the middle class. As the government opened up the telecom sector, mobile phone services started all over the country. Now see, this was the time when this mobile phones etc. were the communication company, the telecom company started flourishing. Dr. Manmohan Singh signed the agreement with the World Trade Organization and launched the policy of privatization, liberalization and globalization. Now see, now things started changing. Now the period of crisis was almost over and there was other things which were coming up, and there were development and improvement in the public sector, telecom sector etc. That was giving a good boost to the Indian economy. Now moving ahead, we are going to learn about the World Trade Organization. Now what is this World Trade Organization, children? In 1995, India became a member of the World Trade Organization. The organization had the following objectives. Now what were the objectives of this World Trade Organization? To free trade between countries, to put to an end all those discriminatory laws, restrictions, rules and policies that are hurdles in the way of international free trade, and to regulate global trade with the help of a formal multi-party mechanism. Now see children, here this World Trade Organization, the objectives are very clear. It wanted to boost up the what you call is the trade among the various countries in the whole world, and hence they were taking a lot of measures to do it. Now another thing was the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, that is the GATT, existed at the international level before the World Trade Organization. Now before the World Trade Organization, this particular GATT, that is General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, now this was already there before the World Trade Organization at the global level. Yet India decided to take its membership. The provision of the World Trade Organization are regarding grants, import, export, foreign investments, agricultural, technology and services. The sector of electricity, water transportation, education and health rapidly commercialized since India became a member of World Trade Organization. Now see, after India became the member of World Trade Organization, there were certain changes sector of electricity, water transport, education and health started commercializing. As per the various reports of the World Trade Organization, India has made a considerable improvement in different areas like reduction in the below poverty line population, decline in infant mortality, availability of facilities regarding drinking water and wastewater management. Now see children, after this membership with World Trade Organization, there were a lot of changes which were brought about. Now there was a reduction in the below poverty line population. Yes, the people, those who are living below the poverty line, there was a reduction. That means they were also brought to a certain level. India signed the South Asian Preferential Trade Agreement, that is the SAPTA, along the lines of the World Trade Organization. India removed the import restrictions on several commodities for SAARC, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. India also gave discounts on import duties. India opened up the insurance sector to private and foreign investments. Now all these changes were made. In this way, we have learnt about the journey of India's economy. We have come a long way from mixed economy to globalization. In the next chapter, we are going to study about India's progress in other fields. Now for homework, children, you have to complete the notes which I am going to send along with this video. Please complete it, write it down in your notebook. For now, we'll end this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.